Remind me how this goes, Sam.
Okay, first tell Justin Miles, runner 18, on the door to raise the gates.
Raise the gates.
Then ask if runner 5 is ready.
Runner 5, ready? What do I do if runner 5's not ready?
Runner 5's always ready.
So, gates are open.
They're giving you covering fire and...
Runner 5, special mission for the hospital. Go! You've been doing excellent work here, Runner 5. Just excellent. With all the medical kit and supplies you've picked up, our medical center's no longer a breaking point. We're keeping up with low-grade infections and accidents. So, it's time for us to start investigating the contents of that box from the hospital.
The special mystical box of mystery that runner 5 picked up on the way in here.
Yeah, that 7-year degree I got was in mystical mystery. You weren't one of the people who believed in those anti-zombie charms at the start of the outbreak, were you?
Obviously not. And I never got a special protective tattoo either.
What? Those tattoos people got on their...
You will never see that bit of me to find out. Besides, do you see me having got bitten by a zombie? Maybe it worked?
After this mission, I have an invisible rabbit to sell you. No, don't look for it. You can't see it. All this aside, Runner 5, I'm going to ask you to head towards the spire to the south.
Where the swarms are?
Where the swarms are. I'm sorry about that, but I badly need a confocal microscope, and the university buildings are the place to look. You're likely to encounter a lot of shambling dead, I'm sorry.
I should have made Runner 5 get one of them tattoos on you.
They're unhygienic. Better just to run. Are they coming online?
Yep. Wow. Look at that. Ginny knows her stuff. Security cameras all over the university on our little screen here. Wow,
That's a lot of zombies.
Yeah, a lot. Why do they cluster like that?
We don't know. It doesn't really make sense. Other hunting animals will spread out unless they're working on a formation to bring down an animal.
Like us?
Yeah, it might be an instinctive behavior. They're very weak individually, very strong as a pack. They're more likely to defeat us as a massive unit, but it doesn't explain why we seem to see them cluster more in certain places.
In the hospital?
And here, as if they knew the places that are most important for our long-term survival.
Maybe they're just looking for a cure, like the rest of us.
I don't think there is a cure, Sam. But if Runner 5 can make it through there, we might start to find some answers. Look at that.
What is that?
It looks like a makeshift lab in a tent in the middle of the university concourse, where they would have been surrounded by fencing. Do you see the fencing?
See where a big hole's been ripped in it? Pretty sure it wasn't Godzilla, so...
It looks like the zombies got in. They must have been trying to work right up to the end. You know, I think my girlfriend was working somewhere in here.
What, Paula? Was working here? You never said.
Yeah. Where's Runner 5?
There. Got you on the first security camera coming into the university campus, 5. If you keep on in the direction you're going in, you'll come to the tent lab we've been talking about. But hurry. There are zombies everywhere.
You're making good time, Runner 5. You're just getting to the lab now. Oh, what in the heck were they doing in that lab that was so important? If they were medical researchers from the university, the government would have tried to chopper them out.
Did you hear anything at the time? Nose to the ground, near to the grapevine? Something?
I was working non-stop emergency shifts at the start of the outbreak. At first, trying to cure people, and then trying to sedate them, and then... Eventually, we just started giving morphine overdoses to patients who arrived with the bite. It's not a bad way to go. Peaceful. Meant we got some live samples of their blood, but I was too tired to make any sense of what we saw. I did hear that some hospital out west had managed to stop a couple of people reanimating by putting them into an insulin coma. Although, of course, then they were in an insulin coma.
Oh, holy moly. Runner 5! Runner 5! There are 8 zombies heading for your position from all over the campus.
It's like they know Runner 5 is there.
Yeah, they've got extra tingly spider sense. Or hearing. One of those. We need you to grab what you can from that tent and keep running, 5. Do you see that? On the floor, the case with the... What is that? Doc, does that... Is that your name written on the case? Dr. Maxie Myers. And some numbers, VS72.
Oh, I think I know what they were doing. Runner 5, I know you're surrounded, but you have to loop around and try to pick up that case. It's important.
What is that thing?
Paula was working here. We hadn't seen each other for days, and I didn't know what the team were working on for sure, but...
Wow. That's crazy. You think she left you a clue?
Paula had been talking about the possibility of it, but there was no time to synthesize, no time for trials.
Don't leave us hanging, Doc. What's in the box?
If it's VS72, it could be... It could be the start of a vaccine.
Mission completed.